a state-ranked matchup in the boys contest up for you here next as Abilene is ranked number 7 in Class 4A. Marysville comes in toting that number 5 mark in the Class 3A. Last rankings came out on December 19th before Christmas break, but still 2 highly competitive teams here in this one. Abilene comes in, of course, 6-0 on the season. Marysville, their lone loss, a 2-point overtime loss to Concordia a couple weeks ago. Abilene will be without starter, though. Scott and Timbrook, 11 points per game scorer, will be out of the starting lineup, out of the lineup for the entire game before the Cowboys so far here tonight. One more timeout before we bring you starters for this one and preview a great matchup to round down our Friday here in Marysville.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you'll find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Be prepared for the 2024 hay season and save during KNDY's annual twine and net wrap sales event. Preseason pricing on genuine CNH twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Plus ArmorNet, Legacy, Balekeeper, Americanet, and new this year, Varsity Net Wrap. Place your preseason order at KNDY in Marysville.
KNDY can equip you.
Update your home today with a new look from Feldkamp's Furniture Mart. See their tremendous selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets and furniture, as well as bedding, accent pieces, appliances, and more. Financing options for any budget up to 24 months with no interest, as well as free delivery, making buying local easy. Shop Feldkamp's Furniture and Flooring in Marysville today. How would you like to have a steady job with a schedule that works for you and your family? You're in luck. Tension is hiring operators and adjusters at the Marysville plant. If you like to take things apart and put them back together again, if you enjoy being part of a team, if you're looking for flexible work with competitive pay and benefits, this could be a great match for you. Work for a company you know you can trust. Visit tension.com/careers to learn more and apply.
Tires aren't all the same, and neither are tire dealers. Find a dealer like Mike's OK Tire who carries Michelin and BF Goodrich tires. Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that provide exceptional performance and extraordinary value. BF Goodrich tires are built for drivers looking for high performance and aggressive styling. Next time you need tires, don't deal with amateurs. See the tire experts. See Mike's OK Tire in downtown Marysville for tires, repair, alignment, and service.
Since 1976, Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions has been your farm and home marketing team. Let the experienced family team of Tom and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you when buying or selling a home or farmland. Delivering timely, honest, and professional guidance, visit olmstedrealestate.com to view current listings and auctions. Your farm and home marketing team is Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions.
The Notice Motor Company in Marysville has a like-new 2023 Buick Envision Essence, just 6,500 actual miles. On trade, a 2019 Toyota Highlander XL and 2018 Toyota RAV4 all-wheel drive. Plus a 2016 Chevy Equinox. It's priced right at the Notice Motor Company in Marysville.
Blake Nations, and the Marysville Band ringing us into this boys contest here tonight. Starting lineups for you. First, for the Abilene Cowboys. They will start number 0, Brett Fisher, a 6'1 senior. Number 1, Weston Rock, a 6'1 junior. Number 4, Keaton Hargrave, a 6'1 senior. Number 24, Ian Crump, a 6'3 junior. And number 32, Tyler Holloway, a 6'4 junior. The Cowboys are led by head coach Eric Graffi and are 6-0 on the season, 2-0 in North Central Kansas League play. And we'll go Fisher, Rock, Hargrave, Holloway, and Crump. Of course, Abilene without all-league quarterback and do-it-all basketball star, too, as well. Scott Kimbrook out for an undisclosed illness, so 11 points per game will have to be made up by someone here for this Abilene Cowboys team that likes to push the pace. As for the Marysville boys, they don't change their starting lineup too terribly much. They will go with the same starting 5 as Coach Scott Brand has from game number 1. And starting for the Bulldogs, number 1, Will Otot, the 6'1 junior. Number 10, Titus Wassam, the 5'11 senior. Number 11, Bryant Siemens, a 6'4 senior. Number 14, Blake Spicer, a 6'2 senior. Number 22, Garrett Haverkamp, a 6'4 senior. Bulldogs are led by 10th-year head coach Scott Brown. And we'll go Otot, Wassam, Siemens, Spicer, and Haverkamp. Bulldogs, of course, led by Otot, 27 points per game. At the other end, Brax Fisher having himself an all-state season as well. The Shrine Bowl nominee on the football field earlier this week, averaging 22 points per game. So 2 names we'll be calling out here all night long. Abilene without a little bit of depth as Kimbrook will be out. Abilene likes to push the pace. They'll go about 8 deep. We'll have to find that 8th player here so far tonight. As for Marysville, they will go 9 or 10 deep. Expect to see a lot of bodies in a quick-moving game in this one. Abilene averages 64 points per game. Marysville 54. A chance to claim a first-place bid as Abilene 2-0 in league play. Marysville looking to hand Abilene their first league loss. Marysville 2-1. Bulldogs in their home whites. Abilene in their road burnt oranges. Marysville will work right to left as we look at it. Abilene left to right. Tip in the circle between Siemens and Holloway goes the way of the Bulldogs, and Marysville will get the first offensive possession. This Bulldog team likes to get out and run. They scored 79 points in their first game of the season versus Smoky Valley, 70 points against a Rock Creek team that has had a decent year so far. Nothing under 54 so far this year. Otot looks to drive left side. Will kick open, wide open 3, left wing by Siemens, and he will miss. Marysville will go empty on their first possession. Here is the before-mentioned Brax Fisher. They're going to go inside to Holloway, trying to draw a charge there. Did Otot, as Tyler Holloway, the 6'4 junior, bringing some size to the starting lineup for Abilene, tried to knock through Otot. He did, and gives the Cowboys the early 2-0 lead. Abilene 2 will trap. They will pressure about 90% of the time, and they're going to force a 10-second violation by Marysville. Spicer and Siemens were the ones that were, I guess, given the task to bring it across the half-court line. Light pressure by Abilene just didn't keep track of the time in their heads. So first turnover now for Marysville on the evening. 2-0, our early score here in the boys contest. If you're just joining us, Marysville girls won 47-29 in a pull-away effort in that one, getting them to 3-2, excuse me. Let me get this right. 4-3 on the season, while Abilene drops to 0-7. Holloway gets his second bucket of the night. Marysville breaks the pressure. Cross-court pass is taken away. Lawson tried to throw it across the court, tipped off, taken away by Rook. And that's the other way. Holloway 3 for 3, and Marysville down early in this one, 6-0, as all 3 baskets have come right at the bucket for Abilene. This pressure's already caused one turnover. Marysville breaks it, though. Otot, middle of it, looks for a man, kicks it out top. 3 ball taken by Siemens. He's long off the board. Offensive rebound pulled down, though, by Spicer. Will Otot, top of the key. 3, no good. Marysville empty in their first possessions, and a foul will be called. Substitutions now here coming for the Bulldogs. Connor Vogt and Paxton Vogt and Connor Lee now into the contest. Lee, the 5'9" sophomore. Vogt, the 5'11" junior. Both looking to make an impact here in this contest. On the other end, Abilene getting inside yet again, and a charge is going to be the call. Or a turnover, I guess, will be on Abilene. And stepping on the baseline there was Holloway. He had another opportunity at a point-blank bunny. Stepped out of bounds. Turnover, Cowboys. 6-0 early score here. Just rolled under 5 minutes left to play in this first quarter. For the first 2 minutes of action, Marysville has 2 turnovers as this full court pressure has caused Marysville to roll fast. Will Otok goes charging into the lane. He's going to draw a blocking foul on the before-mentioned Holloway. The 6'4" junior will pick up his first personal foul. First foul now for Abilene as well. Of course, Otot leading this team in scoring, 27.8 points per game. Gets to the line, too, as well. Already on the season, 88 free throw attempts. Had 20 against Valley Heights a couple weeks ago. Here's his second three of the night. That one's off rim, no good. But Spicer pulls down the offensive board. Marysville does an excellent job of getting to the offensive boards 1 through 5. Very athletic team this year. Spicer right corner trying to break down his man as Abilene falls back into a man-to-man. Left side, here it is with Lee. Lee trying to get into the action. Top the key, Siemens. He can't find the mark. Offensive rebound pulled down Otot. Otot inside. A lot of contact. He can't get it to go. Marysville still scoreless here. First 3 minutes of this first quarter. Around the horn it goes. Front pass at top of the key. Now left side, Fisher. Fisher at 20 points per game plus on the season. Inside, Spicer steals it away, and he will be fouled on Holloway, and that's going to be big because the 6'4" junior, who has all 6 points for Abilene is the presence inside, picks up his second personal foul already here with 5 minutes left to play in this first quarter, and he's going to have to be checked early. That early substitution will be Hagen Funston, the 6'1" sophomore, averaging 5 points per game. Brings a little bit of length to this Abilene squad. Spicer has it midcourt against this pressure. He's going to put it on the floor, and a foul will be called against Abilene. So Abilene will pressure a 1-2-1-1. They'll try and force you into those corners, make you to slow it up on the first possession of it. Marysville didn't keep the clock in their head and got themselves a 10-second violation. But since then, they've moved it up and down. Siemens thought about a three, but thought better as Marysville has not found anything from the strike. Otot into the lane. A lot of contact again. No dice. Offensive or defensive rebound pulled down by Fisher. Fisher looks to run the court. Runner layup up and down by Brax Fisher. 8-0 now our score as Abilene has come out here on hot. Otot left corner will be trapped. Now gets it to the middle of the floor. Looks to attack. Right-handed layup left side. Can't buy a bucket. Can Marysville so far here tonight. Already the third bunny miss at the point-blank range. Running pace as Weston Rock can't get it to go for Abilene. And Coach Scott Brown tells his team to slow this one down. Abilene will run off misses and off makes there. They push the pace, beat all the Marysville Bulldogs down the floor. Marysville had a man down low, swings the top of the key to Otot. 3 straight on. That one's off the front of the rim. No good. And Marysville keeps firing away at the threes. Running the floor, thought there was a double dribble by Hardgrave, and Abilene keeps possession of it. They're going to go 5 out, 1 in. Marysville finds their man and matches up. Cowboys leading this one 8-0. 4 minutes left to play here. First quarter in a state-ranked matchup game. Marysville comes in number 5 in Class 3A, while Abilene comes in undefeated number 7 in Class 4A. Top of the key, Rook will look to drive. Right-handed layup shot up, no good. Bulldogs go crashing to the floor. Otot pulls down the board. Abilene jumped out with the first 3 buckets of the night. Tyler Holloway, the 6'4" junior, found his space inside for 3 easy buckets. And a foul out top now defensively on Abilene. That's going to be, I believe, 13. Yep. Funston will pick up his first personal foul, a 6'1" sophomore. That'll be the 4th team already now for Abilene. So maybe what Marysville needs is a few shots at the free throw line to get this offense going because they haven't been able to find anything from the floor here in this one. Spicer will inbound it into the backcourt for Otot. junior, averaging 27-plus points per game on the season. So far here, scoreless. Marysville starting off slow. This pressure of Abilene, they get in your grill and make you make some quick decisions. Top of the key, Siemens with it. He thought about a three, now pulls back. Left side, Spicer tries to get to the left block. Decides to pull it back out as Marysville relocates. Saxon votes down, will set it back up. Clock continues to roll. Marysville trailing by 8. Inside Spicer left high block. Otot left the block, shot block, second one block, third one finally goes down for Otot. And a timeout by head coach Scott Brown. And we're going to take it with them. Marysville starting off slow, trailing here 8-2, first quarter action.
When you're building, make the local choice with Cromie Lumber. Close to home, spend your time working and not fetching. Easy pickup or delivery available, and their prices are competitive on all of your building needs. From lumber to siding, roofing, paint, windows, and doors, to the tools to get the job done. Make the easy choice the first time with Cromie Lumber, Marysville and Washington. As always, they appreciate your business as they work to help you save time and money. When you're building, make the local choice with Cromie Lumber.
A tough start here for this Marysville offense in front of a good crowd. First game back here for either teams after break, but Marysville just cannot buy a bucket. They've had 3+ shots at the rim. They put up 4 threes already, only have 2 points for it. Willow Taunt with that bucket here moments ago off of a third opportunity with an offensive rebound. This Abilene defense is pressuring. They are in the face of Marysville here early on, but to be expected as this Cowboys team is athletic. They're physical too as well. Marysville not looking to back down though, as they are on a nice little roll here early on in the season. Of course, documented very well. Lost all those seniors from last year's second place team at the state. Off to a 5-1 start here this year, probably beating expectations by everyone else, but not head coach Scott Brown. Talking to him a few weeks ago, he said this is exactly the type of team he thought he would have here early on. Other players are starting to step up around Otot here as the season continues to progress. Looking for an answer here. Will it be Spicer? He can't fit the mark from 3, and Abilene is out and running. Funkston pushes the pace into the corner, into the hands of Miller. Now top of the key. 3 is down from Keaton Hargrave as Abilene continues to pour it on here in this first quarter, getting anything they want. 11-2 is the score. Full court pressure still by the Cowboys. Marysville breaks it into the hands of Lee, now into the hands of Otot. Top the key, straight man-to-man defense. Otot will look to make a move. Going to force him left. Gets into it. 3 ball on the way. Left wing, no good from Lee, and Marysville still can't buy a bucket. Abilene letting Marysville shoot all these open threes, giving all their attention to Otot, and a charge will be called underneath. Good job picking that up was Connor Lee, the 5'9" sophomore, putting his body on the line against Keaton Hargrave, the 6'1" senior. Hargrave's probably got a good 30 pounds on Lee down low, but a good job defensively, giving up your body, getting your team an extra possession. It will be Otot and Siemens to break this pressure. Spicer, middle of the floor, gets it off to Otot late, but a backcourt violation by Marysville. Spicer was hounded as soon as he caught it over the Big M here in Marysville. Panicked just a little bit, tried to get it to Otot, who was cutting here near side against the scorer's booth, but Otot hadn't quite passed that half-court line yet. Third turnover now unofficially by Marysville here in this one, 2 for Abilene in this first quarter. 11-2 is the score. Cowboys lead this one. 3 ball on the way. Shot will be no good, and a push down low, I believe, on a Cowboy going for the offensive rebound will send Connor Lee to the line. So number 2, Zach Miller will get himself an opportunity here at the line. So it was Connor Lee. Willow Taunt was standing there. Miller, the 5'11" senior, getting the start here tonight. Lee can't hit the first free throw as it clings harmlessly to the ground, and Marysville can't buy anything in this first quarter. Second free throw up, that's going to be hard off the back of the rim. Lee goes 0 for 2. But now a turnover, Abilene on the outlet pass right into the hands of Coach Scott Brown as he's a little frustrated there with that team. Grabs that ball and smacks it a little hard. Wanting to see some life here from the Bulldogs. 11-2 is our score. Marysville trailing this one. 1 minute here left in this first quarter. Otop will set it up top of the key, gets to the right block, looking to back down his defender. 1 pump, 2 pumps, 3, up and down, and one opportunity for Will Otop. Probably about as patient of a guard that I've seen inside the lane when bodies go flying around him this year, and he steps up to the line where he has absolutely lived this season. He is 67 for 88 from the free throw line, making 68 for 89. He has more points from the line than some teams have all season early on here in this year. Bulldogs still trail, though, 11-5, near steal. Now it is taken away by Connor Lee. Lee doing all the dirty work on the defensive end. If he could have got those 2 free throws to go, it would be a nice first quarter for him. Bulldogs looking to put a score up here and trim this deficit. Siemens top of the key, 0 for 3 from three-point line. Now back in the hands of Otot. Guarded top of the key tightly by Function. Clock continues to roll under 20 seconds. Right side Siemens looking for Lee. Cutter back door, can't find him. Now Otot will reset it with 15. Function still in his grill, forcing him to go left. One shot, says Coach Brown, with 8. Otot top of the key, 7 clock running. Looking back down Function. We're going to pull it from the Lark. No, we aren't. Lee from left corner. Splash! Connor Lee with a big 3 will bring the Bulldogs closer here as the first quarter closes down. Marysville still trailing 11-8, but some life for the Bulldogs in this one.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
Begin your new year with a new career at Landau in Marysville. Currently accepting applications for experienced assemblers, welders, painters, and a net developer. You cannot beat the benefits Landau offers. Wages start at $16 up to $21.20 per hour with a $2 an hour shift differential for second and third shift. 4% attendance bonus, promotions, raises, all-inclusive medical plan, paid time off and paid holidays, weekly paychecks, and more. Apply online and learn more at landau.com or call 785-562-5381 for more information. Landau Company is an equal opportunity employer.
After 8 minutes, a 3-point contest here between Abilene and Marysville. Back into the contest for the Cowboys will be Tyler Holloway. Had 6 points in that first quarter, first 6 of the evening, and that's going to be the second double dribble now by Zach Miller. Just not, I don't want to say not thinking on that one, but kind of picked up his dribble, can't find anyone, just dribbles at it again. So an opportunity now for Marysville to either cut this one down to 1 or possibly take the lead. A big 3 at the end of that first corner by Connor Lee got us to where we're at. Siemens for 3, left wing. That one's no good. Miller pulls down the board. Bryant Siemens cannot find the mark from deep here in this one as he is 0 for 4 already from the 3. Marysville student section trying to give their boys a little bit of a jolt, looking to hand Abilene their first loss of the season here. Cowboys off to a nice 6-0 start after an 11-11 year last year. Into the lane, Brax Fisher, the senior guard who averages 22 points per game. That's only his second bucket here in this first half, but he can erupt anytime. Can we get Spicer going? Nope, he airballs a 3. Blake Spicer can't find the mark on the nice feed from Will Otot. And the other way, Fisher inside the block by Otot. An athletic block by Will, who came down from the free throw line on the fast break and stopped a easy scoring possession for Abilene. Cowboys will keep this one, though, underneath their own basket. Fisher will be the trigger man. Lengthy Bryant Seaman standing in front of him. 3 on the left side of the court. We're going to bring them all to the right, trying to get it inside to Holloway, who is guarded by Paxton Vogt. Vogt giving up at least 40 pounds on that one, and a 5-second call for Abilene. Brett Wurtenberger, the 5'10" junior, will get some action now here, looking to add a little bit of size to this Marysville team, or this Marysville 5, is Coach Scott Brown. It's going to be Lee, Spicer, Siemens, Otot, Wurtenberger out there for your 5. Marysville breaks this pressure. Otot will look to break down Miller. Kicks it left side into the hands of Connor Lee. 1-3 to his mark already. Looking for a second. Otot will send it up, trying to get to that right hand. Does get to the right block, looking for a man. Siemens thought about a 3 straight on. Kicks it back out to Otot as they give a little handoff. Wurtenberger fakes on a 3, right corner. Now hands off to Otot. Otot gliding through the lane. Nice little touch there for Will Otot, as he is in all the offense here for Marysville so far. 7 of Marysville's 10 points here in this first half. Lower scoring game than we might have figured, 13-10. Both of these teams like to put the ball in the hole. 64 points per game for Abilene this year, 54 for Marysville. On the other end, Fisher gets a shot partially blocked, but he will now go to the line for 2 free throws. Mount Brax Fisher mistaken there. Weston Rock, the 6'1" junior, will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul will be against the Bulldogs inside. That's going to go against the Blake Spicer. The 6'2" senior picks up his first personal foul, only first for Marysville. Max Blasky with you here tonight. KNDY FM 94.1 AM 1570. Bruce Jerking off for this Friday. He'll be back next Tuesday as the Bulldogs take on the Concordia Panthers here at home. A rematch of the boys' lone loss this season. That was a 54-52 defeat over in Concordia right before break. That Marysville fell in that one. 2 free throws up and down there for Abilene, and now taken away by Miller. Miller with the run-out pass ahead to Rock, and Miller throws it into the stands. Shot, or I guess turnover. Cowboys. Marysville doing a good job against this press so far here this evening. 1 mental mistake, the first possession of it. Got a 10-second call. Wurtenberger will almost save a possession for the Bulldogs, but now Abilene will look to run left side. Top of the key, Rook looks to break it down, now kicks it out to Fisher. Top of the key, Fisher will set up this offensive possession for the Cowboys. Lob pass inside, up and no good for Rook. And Otot pulls down the defensive board. Will looking to push now. Gets all the way into the lane, throws it out from the free throw line. That gets fouled, and we'll have an opportunity for some free throws here in this one. The foul will go against Zach Miller, already his second personal foul. The 5'10" senior will take a seat now on the bench. Substitution here for Marysville. Siemens back into the contest. Rhett Wurtenberger will take a seat on the bench. Some good minutes there for Coach Brown from Wurtenberger. You need a little size out there to deal with the 6'4" Tyler Holloway. Already has 6 points here in this contest. Had the first 6 of the game, but held scoreless so far. Thanks in part to 2 fouls he committed. Had to spend some time on the bench. Right inside to Otot, right block, looks to make a move. Second move up and no good, but a travel by Otot. As you don't see him slide that back foot very often on those up and unders. The backside ref caught him on that one. Already the 7th turnover unofficially by Marysville here in this one. As this offense can't find any room to breathe against a stout Abilene defense. Otot will pressure Weston Rock, top of the key, looks to force a turnover, and he does. Good individual defense by Otot. Otot gets it right side to Siemens. Siemens gets into the lane, nice pass up and under Paxton Vogt, and a travel, unfortunately, as he walks. Beautiful passing there from Otot to Siemens, found Vogt underneath, but the size of Abilene as everyone closed down on and caused those feet to move a little bit. Marysville misses a possession there, still trail now by 5. Right side, Hargrave will set this one up for the Cowboys. Quickly around the horn it goes into the hands of Rook. They're trying to get it inside to Holloway. Holloway lowers that shoulder. Marysville wanting a charge. They're not going to get it. And Holloway having his way inside against this Marysville defense that don't have the size to compete. Judge Scott Brown's going to have to find a way to make that change here in this second half. Again, Vogt inside is pressured. Now a foul out top by Weston Rook. Marysville's breaking this defensive pressure by the Cowboys. Second or third possession, they've got right inside 2 of the lane. Holloway should be careful there. He's trying to take charges with those 2 fouls. His last line of defense for the Cowboys. Marysville trailed this one 11-8 at the end of the first quarter. Only scored 1 bucket so far here tonight in the second. That has been Will Otot on a 2. There's a backdoor cut by Otot. Pump fake one, up and down. Otot now with 9 of Marysville's 12 points here in this first half. Holloway fighting deep inside. Good job, but a foul will be called on Paxton Vogt, the 5'11 junior, giving up a good 40 pounds to the 6'4 Tyler Holloway down low. They're going to catch a Vogt with that personal foul. First personal foul for Vogt now. Second one on the team. Top of the key, Abilene will set this one up. Little backdoor cuts now into the hands of Brax Fisher. Top of the key, right side it will go. Keaton Hargrave trying to get it inside to Holloway. Now top of the key, finally gets it into Holloway, right block, going against Blake Spicer. A lot of contact inside, and Holloway will go to the line. Blake Spicer will pick up his second personal foul. So the 6'2 senior has had himself some nice games, averaging just under 5 points per game on the season. I'll have to take a seat on the bench. No, he'll stay out there. Brett Wartenberger will come in for Paxton Vogt. Holloway can't find the mark from the first free throw. Second one now upcoming for the junior. He can't find the mark either, and Otot pulls down the defensive board. So Marysville keeps hanging around here in this one. 17-12 our score. Abilene got off to a hot start in the first half. Marysville couldn't buy a bucket in that first quarter. Connor Lee, second three. That's going to be an air ball pulled down nicely by Brax Fisher. Abilene will push the pace. Top of the key, Fisher tries a 3. Money. Brax Fisher, his first triple here of the evening, as Abilene looks like a smooth operating machine on the offensive end. Marysville's got to get it across the timeline. They're awfully close. Back corner, turnover Marysville. Uncharacteristic, almost 10 turnovers now for the Bulldogs here in this first half, as Abilene has caused mayhem. Brax Fisher will go tumbling to the line, and he will go to the line, or to the stripe now for 2 free throws, as Marysville just having trouble with this Abilene size inside in this one. Lee will pick up now his first personal foul. Sophomore had a nice 3 at the end of that first quarter to pull it to within 3, but since then, Marysville can't find much from the field. Neither can Fisher on that one. He misses the first free throw. Spins it once, second free throw up, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down, though, by Fisher. Athletic left-handed layup, no good. Otot pulls that one down. And Abilene goes empty on that trip. Top of the key, Otot will look to break down Function. Now kicks it left side, Spicer in the corner. Top of the key, Wurtenberger. Right side, Siemens. Needs to step into a 3. Now kicks it right corner, Lee. Lee finds Otot underneath the basket. 3 Cowboys around him. Can't get that one to go. No one offensive rebounding for Marysville, and Bulldogs to go empty. Poke behind away from Otot. Now Wurtenberger will look to run. Bounce pass ahead to Lee. Now off the Spicer. Left-handed layup. No, but a foul. Good defensive pressure there from Will Otot to poke that ball away from behind, get Marysville an extra possession. They had a 2-on-1 opportunity, but they couldn't finish the layup, but they'll go to line now for 2 free throws. Blake Spicer at the stripe. He's going to be long on that one. As anyone besides the name Will Otot cannot find the mark from the line. so far here tonight. Spicer still over from the floor. So is Bryant Siemens. Titus Watson has not shot a shot yet. Garrett Haverkamp neither as well. Free throw up. Hit every part of the rim, and Spicer goes 0 for 2 from the stripe. Right side, Zach Miller back into the contest. We'll set it up for the Cowboys. Now top of the key into the hands of Ian Crump. 6'3" junior will run point. Left side into the lane. Weston Rook will get it. Now back to Crump. Up and under shot. No good. Spicer pulls down the board, though. Marysville still hanging around, only trailing by 8 in what's been a physical, sloppy first half in this one. Of course, coming up in the first half, we'll take a look at some action going on around the area as girls' games wound up. Of course, if you're just catching us, Marysville girls move on to 4-3 on the season as they were victorious 47-29 over a winless Abilene team. Boys looking to continue their good start to the season here. Siemens left side 3, air ball, no good for Marysville, and they can't find anything. Right side, Abilene quickly pushes it back into the hands of Funkston. 90 seconds left to play. Wide open underneath the basket is Weston Rook. He gets himself his first bucket of the evening, and Abilene pushes this one back up to 10. Willow Tot cross-court pass to Spicer as we roll under 60 seconds left to go here before half. Spicer will send it up top of the key. Now Otot right wing, guarded tightly by Funkston. Otot will look to get into the lane, does a little floater off the glasses, up and down. And Otot keeping Marysville in this game themselves, 14-22. If Will Otot wasn't making buckets, Marysville would have 3 points in this first half. Left side, Ian Crump thought about a 3, now drives baseline. Charge is going to be the call. Will Otot putting his body on the line, and Crump will pick up his first personal. If I can say one thing about this Marysville team, their help side defense and their willingness to give up their bodies to take those charges is absolutely incredible. For a team that doesn't boast anyone much over the height of 6'3" or 6'4", team has to find other ways to cause havoc on the defensive end, and picking up charges is an excellent way. Brett Wurtenberger will can a 3. The junior comes in with a big 3 right before half now, and all of a sudden we're back down to 5. Some confidence there from the junior off the bench, and that will force Abilene to take a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here as action continues around the area here tonight. We'll go ahead and take a look at some of those before-mentioned scores. First in some girls' action in TVL play. Clifton Clyde defeated Axel 60-35. Frankfort Lady Wildcats upset the Hanover Wildcats 49-38 at home. A big win there for the Wildcats to start off the 2024 season. Doniphan West girls, reigning 1A state champs, defeat Washington County 51-44. Some boys scores for you. At halftime, Lynn leads Centralia 18-11. Valley Heights is up on Troy 27-21, while Axel was leading, or Clifton Clyde was leading Axel 11-9. Of course, we'll get back onto our normal regional broadcast over on our sister station, FM 95.5, next Tuesday, as I'll have the call as Hanover visits Axel. Here in this one, last 7 seconds, top of the key. Fisher will look to break down Siemens. Fisher gets to his right-hand lane. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound pulled down. Lots of contact, and with half a second left, Abilene now will go to the line. Tegan Funkston got in there. Offensive rebound like a bandit, and will get rewarded now with 2 free throws. That foul will go against Rhett Wurtenberger. First one for the junior. Funkston now at the line. First shot is off, no good. Hard off the back of the rim. As Abilene has had some struggles so far from the line tonight. 2 for 7. Second free throw for Funkston. That one's going to be no good. Marysville gets a shot. It was awfully close from Otot, but it won't go down from 90 feet away. Marysville trails at half, 22-17. Keep it tuned right here. We'll recap that first half as well as look at some other action going on around the league, around the area, and also this weekend. Again at halftime, Abilene leads Marysville 22-17.
RX Drug Store in downtown Marysville is here for you with over-the-counter medicines for cold, flu, and allergy season and prescription drugs for more serious matters. They also offer curbside pickup and delivery services. Don't forget to bring in your new insurance card for the new year with RX Drug Store.
This is the time of year to reflect on last year's crop cycle and make plans for next year. There are many decisions to be made and many options available. We'd like to help make the financial side of your planning a little easier. Our ag lenders know agriculture and they're local. Stop by and see us. Let's talk about next year. Citizens State Bank, Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Member FDIC.
We're just making a living, making things grow.
Save money and get free stuff. Seriously, download the CJ Go app before you fill up next time and earn exclusive deals and rewards. Earn points with every fill-up and redeem those points for dollars off your purchase. Download the CJ Go app and use it at all CJ Express locations. Join, shop, and save with CJ Express in Marysville and Frankfort.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you'll find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
Marysville dance team showing us how to keep it winning here in 2024. Marysville boys not doing that, though, at halftime. Trailing against Abilene 17-22, 22-17 is Marysville in this one. Of course, Abilene comes in undefeated, 6-0, ranked number 7 in Class 4A. Marysville comes in 5-1 on the season, ranked number 5 in Class 3A. Looking at scoring from that first contest, first for Abilene leading in this one. A balanced attack from the starting 5. Tyler Holloway started this game off hot. The first 6 points for Abilene in that first quarter. He had 8 total at half as he was steady to buy some fouls in that first quarter, but the 6'4" junior causing havoc against the smaller Marysville team in that first half. 7 points for Brax Fisher, the senior leader for Abilene at 22 points per game, right on that mark with 7 in the first half. 4 points for Weston Rook and 3 points for Keaton Hardgrave. Of course, Rook getting the start tonight for Scott and Timbrook, the 6'2" senior All-State quarterback on the gridiron and a decent basketball player, 12 points per game averaging this season. Out for this game, undisclosed injury here early on, so needing some depth has been Abilene, but the bench has rang the bell and answered the test. As for Marysville, they were led by who else but Will Oton. He had 11 points, 6 of those in the second quarter. 3 points for Connor Lee and 3 points for Rhett Wurtenberger, too, who had a big 3 at the end of that second quarter. For Marysville a little bit closer. Free throws look to be, needed from both teams. Marysville 1 for 5 in that first half. Abilene 2 for 8, but the big story, turnovers. Unofficially, Marysville was close to 10 in that first half as the full court pressure by Abilene has really caused havoc for these Bulldogs, not used to facing this physical of a team yet here early on in the year. Bulldogs trail 22-17 at the end of one. We're going to take a timeout, bring it right back here, take a look at what else is going on in the TVL League. Got some score updates for you, too, as well, along with the North Central Kansas League action along with that, and keeping tab of the Jayhawks and Wildcats this weekend. At halftime, Marysville trailing 22-17.
When you start a plumbing or electrical project, make sure that you have what you need to get the job done. If you don't have everything you need, Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber can help. Stocking a full line of electrical wiring, switches, boxes, and everything to the fixtures and even light bulbs. For that plumbing task, there's pipes, connectors and joints, faucets, toilets, and accessories. From an installation or remodel to a simple repair, get the plumbing and electrical supplies you need at one stop at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
At Galloway Wiegers in Brenniger, we're about building relationships one client and one issue at a time. I'm Jason Brenniger, and I invite you to visit with me for any legal services you might have, including probate, estate planning, and trust administration. Advanced planning has countless advantages to your family, including greater control and disposition of your assets and tax issues that might come up. Call for a no-obligation appointment today. Check us out on our Facebook page or at gwblaw.net.
Croc Family Insurance is here to help you find the right insurance products to protect what matters most to you. As an independent agency, they represent over 80 companies that allow options for the right products at the right cost. See Brian Croc today for home, auto, commercial coverage, and more. Call or stop by at 1119 Broadway, just west of the courthouse in Marysville. Find them online at crocfamilyinsurance.com. For complete coverage and a competitive quote, reach out to Croc Family Insurance in Marysville.
Marysville man serenading us here at halftime. Max Blasky with you tonight on FM 94.1 AM 1570. Of course, online at KNDYradio.com and in KNDY FM mobile app. Bruce Dierking has the night off tonight as he caught himself a little vacation this week, but don't worry, he'll be back next week as Marysville has a home game here versus Concordia before going on the road to Wamego on Friday. As for me, we're going to kick off our regional contest back on FM 95.5 on Tuesday night. I will be up at Axtell as the Hanover Wildcats make the trip over to see the Axtell Eagles in what should be another state-ranked matchup in the boys contest. Girls contest too as well. Hanover coming off a state championship in basketball fell tonight. We'll get into that here in just a little bit, but still some good games coming up. Looking at some scores from around the area in North Central Kansas League action and girls action. Clay Center defeated Chapman 50-44 in girls action. Boys game underway right now. They have one game postponed. That was Concordia versus Wamego. They got postponed due to some weather. So, of course, if you're traveling out there tonight, always be safe. Glad to have you along. I'm glad that you're along with me here, keeping you safe and keeping you hopefully a little bit entertained too as well in this one. Some scores, though, from some TVL action. First in the girls, Doniphan West defeated Washington County 51-44. Clifton Klein defeated Axtell 60-35. Valley Heights girls led Troy 30-19 at half. Probably got the win in that one. And the upset, maybe not the upset of the night, but a good one, and we knew it was going to be. Frankfort Lady Wildcats defeat Hanover 49-38. An 11-point victory there for Frankfort at home. A big-time win for Coach Brian Effort and his team. As for boys action, underway at halftime, Valley Heights leads Troy 27-21 at the end of the first quarter. Clifton Clyde led Axtell 11-9, and at halftime again, the Lynn boys lead Centralia 18-11. Looking around the area too, or I guess looking at our schedule coming up this weekend, KU and K-State both playing right here. K-State will have UCF in the first Big 12 matchup between these two on the basketball court. 5 p.m. tip. That means coverage starts at 4 o'clock right here with Wyatt Thompson over on our sister station, 95.5. Brian Haney and the guys will have the call as the KU Jayhawks take on the TCU Horned Frogs at home. That's a 1 o'clock tip with 12:30 coverage starting on that one. And, of course, this weekend, too, as well, the Marysville wrestling team will be making the trip up north. They will be in Beatrice this Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. with the boys and girls dual invitational to kick off this 2024 season under head coach Cole Fredrickson. Of course, you can catch his Coach's Corner, too, as well, along with both of these coaches on our website, KNDYradio.com. And as always, after every game, stay tuned for the Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show twice each hour every game night. One more 30-second timeout before we bring you back here to Marysville for second half action between the Bulldogs and the Cowboys.
Wait, Santa is done, my friends. After Santa's hard work comes the new Wi-Fi hungry connected gadgets. Make sure your router is capable and ready. Let Blue Valley help you kick off the new year on the right foot and upgrade your Wi-Fi experience. Get 2 months free worry-free Wi-Fi and free installation from Blue Valley Technologies. For more details, visit bluevalley.net/promo.
Marysville will have to try and find some offense here in this one for a team that averages 52 points per game. They set at 17 through one half. We knew this was going to be a dogfight. Abilene is physical. They like to get out in your grill defensively, cause turnovers, and they did in that first half. Marysville unofficially close to 10 turnovers for Scott Brown's team. On the other end, Abilene only committed, I only have found 3 turnovers, but a few charges taken by Marysville, too, are as good as turnovers. Bulldogs will start with the possession here in the second half. Of course, big name for Abilene in that first half, too, was Tyler Holloway. He had 8 points, first 6 of the game as the big 6'4" senior is a presence down inside. Leading scorer, Brax Fisher, with 22 points per game on the season with 7 points. And, of course, Cowboys missing Shelton Tinbrook, 12 points per game scorer out for this contest. As for Marysville, it was the Will Otot show. 11 of Marysville, 17 in that first half. The first 3 of the night by Otot is missed. A lot more Bulldogs crashed the offensive board on that one. Notice that in the first half, not a lot of offensive boards for Marysville. In that second quarter, they did a good job in the first quarter to attack it, but didn't get their hands near as many offensive rebounds in that second quarter. Fisher goes inside, looks for a little help in Holloway. Holloway dollies his way up and down. Shot was up and down there by Tyler Holloway. His first bucket of the evening puts him into double digits as he uses broad shoulders to make room. And now Will Otot's pick. That's going to be Weston Rook on the other way, up and down for Rook. And Abilene has the first 4 points of the second half and pushed this lead quickly right back up to 9. Marysville trailed by 10+ in that second quarter. A few late threes, including a big one by Rhett Wurtenberger, helped pull the Bulldogs to within that 5-point disadvantage in the first half. But 2 quick buckets now by Abilene to start the second. Have the Cowboys right back up to 9. Otot top and key will get it setted. Wurtenberger swings it right side. Spicer will go into the lane. He misses it. Siemens can't miss from point-blank range, and Bryant Siemens cannot find anything so far here tonight as a shooter. Some nights you just don't have it, and this is that night for Bryant. Inside, we're going to go Holloway, left block, guarded by Spicer. Spicer, that should have been a foul. That arm came down. He's going to stay with it. It'll stay with Abilene, though. Recipe for the soup for Abilene continuing gets it inside Tyler Holloway. He could have had a bigger first quarter if it wasn't for some fouls. Now on the inbounds, Keaton Hargrave, his second bucket of the evening, had a 3 in that first quarter, pushes this advantage to 10+ now for the Cowboys. Still full court pressure. Otot will bring it up right side, gets into the deadly corner, but swings it away, taken away. Who was that? Brax Fisher getting his hand on it. Big senior point guard coming up with a big steal there against junior Otot. And now Marysville has been scoreless here their first 4 possessions of this half. Bulldogs man-to-man defense, still looking to make something happen. Inside, they're going to go to Holloway. Loft pass towards the back of the rim. No shot, a foul down low. Will that go against Spicer or will that go against Otot? Let's see who we're going to call it on. I'm going to call it on Will Otot coming down from his guard position. Try and add some help. Paxton Vogt now into the contest for Connor Lee, who got the start there at halftime. Lee had 1 big 3 there in the first quarter. Gave his body up to 3 or 4 times for some good charges. Otot 1-on-2 off the steal up, but Otot will go to the line. Will took that inbounds pass. It was a little dangerous from the Abilene inbounder. I believe that was Fisher. Threw it up just a little bit too high, and Otot took advantage of it. Of course, Otot lives at the line this year. 88 attempts already on the season. Had 1 earlier, sank it as the 76% free throw shooter steps to the line and calmly knocks down the first one. All 4 Marysville players, Spicer, Lee, Vogt, and Wurtenberger, along with Siemens, came over and talked to Coach Scott Brown during that free throw. Otot sinks his second one, and now substitution. Mason Rader, the 5'11 junior, will check into the game for Wurtenberger. Finding that second or third option has been the key for Coach Scott Brown, he said this year. If they could find that third one behind Otot, some confidence in some offensive players here in this one, he said this team not only would be a lot more balanced, but they would make it flow a little bit better and, of course, be a little tougher to guard, too, as well from the opposing defensive standpoint. But, of course, it does start here on this defensive end. Good individual defense by Siemens. Now they're going to test Rader into the game. Holloway down low just backs himself in. Up, no good. A travel will be the call. But Tyler Holloway just having himself a night down low. He outweighs every Marysville player, I'd say by about 20 or 30 pounds, so has the size advantage on everyone in this one, even over his own team. Will Otot's going to try and go 90 feet, decides to kick it out to Rader. Rader's going to try and find Spicer top of the key. Abilene got a hand on it. Now a second tip, and Otot will get the foul called as Krupp can't quite believe that one. It was a jump ball towards the top of the key. Tim stuck his hand there in the arm of Otot. Already a second personal foul now for Abilene. Marysville 2 points here in this first quarter. Both came on free throws by Will Otot. Speaking of the man, gets himself into the lane, stops at the elbow. Now kicks it out, Spicer right wing. Will look to work against Brax Fisher. Now swinging it around top of the key. Into the hands of the last checked in, Mason Rader. Marysville set something up here with 4:30 left, still trailing 28-19. Otot looks to work one-on-one, finds Vogt down low, ball's on the ground. Vogt comes away with it, left block, thinks better of the shot, kicks it out to Spicer, and a foul will finally be called on Abilene as a messy possession there by Marysville will result in a little positive, though, for the Bulldogs. Ian Krupp picks up a quick third personal foul here in this second half, so he will take a seat on the bench. Zach Miller back into the contest. Also back into the contest, Brett Wurtenberger. Mason Rader, a few good minutes there for Coach Scott Brown as he gives some instructions to the junior before he takes a seat on the bench. Otot Triggerman underneath his own basket, swings the top of the key to Vogt. Now back into the hands of Otot. Top of the key, will look to break down his defender. Gets to the right block, stops, spins around. Siemens thought about a three, but hasn't found the mark tonight. Inside travel, Marysville. It's been a rough night out there for Bryant Siemens. The 6'4 senior will take a seat now on the bench. Turnover on that one, has not found the mark from the line or from the field, Second leading scorer on this team at almost 7 points per game. Had a season high 16 versus Sabeth in the second game of the season, but nothing so far here tonight. Inside, Brax Fisher bullies his way through a Marysville defender. That's going to be Paxton Vogt, who found the wrong end of that one. Fisher gets his first bucket of this second half to go as the senior is now up to 9, and the lead is now 11 for Abilene. Otot's going to walk into a three left wing. Shot no good. Spicer's going to go chasing for it, but out of bounds. Back to Abilene. Coach Scott Brown wants a timeout. We're going to take it with them. Abilene leading 30-19.
Have you ever wondered what sets Sunflower Community Credit Union apart from the rest? It's the power of ownership. When you join Sunflower Community Credit Union, you're not just a customer. You're a member and an owner. Sunflower Community Credit Union is a member-owned, nonprofit financial institution that places our members' needs as our top priority. We're here to help you grow your savings, manage your finances, and achieve your dreams. Visit Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville, where ownership matters.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
for this contest. Keep it tuned right here to KNDY all evening as sports updates twice each hour in the 10 and 11 o'clock hour, courtesy of Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Bryce Leonard over in Washington, bringing you the scoreboard show every game night here on KNDY. Of course, Marysville girls victorious in this one here early on. They won 47-29 in a dominating effort. The girls off to a nice 4-3 start this year. Had 5 wins all of last year, already up to 4 here. Only their first game back from break. As for the boys, of course, coming off that second place finish at state, a big loss of a lot of seniors, but this team has surprised some people with their 5-1 record, playing a very tough Abilene team, though, here tonight, and showing that varsity inexperience, I guess to say, has Marysville so far. Brax Fisher will step to the line. He can't find the mark from the charity stripe. Picking up his second personal foul was Will Oton on that. Mason Rader now into the contest for Paxton Vogt. Fisher now at the line for his second, sinks that one as he splits a pair. First game back for both of these squads. Of course, before mentioned, Marysville with 2 games next week before we get ready for tournament play, kicking off here on the 16th and 23rd, respectively. Boys tournament will be at Nemaha Central 16th, 18th, and 20th, while the girls tournament kicks off the 23rd, a little later in the week. As for Abilene, up next for them, they have a Wamego team on Tuesday, and then a Clay Center matchup next Friday for the Cowboys, as they will look to stay undefeated in North Central Kansas League play and on the season too as well. Oton trying not to let that happen, though. He's going to step back up to the line. Personal foul on the Cowboys. That's going to be taken. Punkston, the 6'1 sophomore, picks up now his second personal foul. Oton, uncharacteristic miss there from the line so far here tonight. That one will make him 3 for 4, so right at that 75% mark like he is all season. Next one up for the righty. That one's pure as silk. Pulls Marysville now to within 11. So Marysville trails down by 11, but it hasn't felt like it's been out of reach for the Bulldogs here in this one. I think big story is the off-shooting night for the Bulldogs in this one, especially in the first quarter. Marysville got a lot of open looks. Here's a 3 by Abilene. That will be short, but offensive rebound pulled down by Holloway. He's going to bully his way into the chest of Will Otot, and Otot will keep his feet where they are, picks up a charging foul for Holloway. Third personal now for Holloway. Back to that original thought. Marysville started off rock cold in that first quarter. They were 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Will Otot had 2 buckets, and it wasn't until a late 3 by Connor Lee in that quarter that Marysville make it over 5 points. One man that's having himself a tough night, Blake Spicer there turning it over as Abilene gets a run out. Layup missed, but a foul will be called. Spicer having himself a rough night, but I think biggest night so far here tonight has been Bryant Siemens, the 6'4 senior. This has not looked himself, especially in that second quarter. Uncharacteristic turnovers for the lengthy guard / forward, as well as an off-shooting night. He averages 17 points a game, had a season-high 16 versus Sabetha in the second game of the year, so Coach Brown knows he can put the ball in the bucket, but just 0 for 4 from the floor so far here tonight. Otot at the line for a free throw, as that was Abilene's 5th personal foul. I think that foul was on Fisher. Second free throw now for Otot. 2 dribbles right hand. Free throw up and money. Bryant Siemens, before mentioned, back in for Rhett Wertenberger. Paxton Vogt in now for Mason Raiders. So let's see if this offense can catch a little bit of a roll. Like I said, it's only a 9-point game. This game is not out of reach for the Bulldogs. It just felt like they couldn't get any momentum. If they can find a 3 to go down in this one, they've only hit 2, and that came from Connor Lee and Rhett Wertenberger, both late in the first and second quarters respectively. But if they can get a stop and a big bucket here, this crowd feels like they could use or give some energy. And there's a block inside by Siemens. Good defensive possession there. Otop will take it the other way. Trap top of the key, looking for someone. Gets it off now to Siemens. Otop pressured tightly out top. Loose ball, but taken by Abilene. 3 Cowboys around him, and finally a foul will be called. Hagen Funkston will commit the personal foul. And if you're Abilene, this is not who you want at the line this year. Otot already here in this quarter, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, all 5 points for Marysville as he toes the line for 2. First one is up and down. Saw this in the third game against Valley Heights. He ended up shooting 20 free throws, 15 in the second half against the Mustangs as Marysville pulled away a non-league victory in that one, 57-46. But this is the way Marysville gets back into games. Will Otot 2 for 2 from the line, 31-24 the score. Marysville got to stop before. Let's see if they can do it again. Coach Scott Brown, 1 to 5 second is good defense by Otot. Now top of the key into the hands of Zach Miller. Right side, Funkston will look to get it inside to Miller. Miller cross-court pass. Now we'll try a 3 straight on. That one's down for Miller as he relocated out to the top of the key. Zach Miller, his first bucket of the second half. And that was a big triple by Abilene. Back up to 10 after Marysville pulled it down to within 7. 60 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. 9 minutes total left to go. Spicer inside, and 1 will be the call. Blake Spicer put down that shoulder, got himself the bump and the harm. Abilene side doesn't like it, but we're going to go to the line for an old-fashioned 3-point play. No, nonetheless. And I think even bigger numbers, Brack Fisher, leading scorer for Abilene here this season, will go out at least the last 60 seconds with 4 personal fouls. Has 10 points so far here tonight, along with Tyler Holloway. But Holloway has been the menace inside. Spicer cans that one with a calmness as Rhett Wertenberger will check back in now for Connor Lee. Coach Scott Brown mismatching and changing stuff around. One name I haven't called here much in the second half, having himself a struggle of a game 2, Garrett Haverkamp. Out to start again as the senior, but hasn't seen any action so far here in this second half. We'll keep an eye on that here when next Tuesday rolls around too as well. Top of the key, Rook will set it up. Clark with it inside. We're going to find a cutting Ian Crump. Crump's going to get it knocked away by Bryant Siemens, and there's Siemens making plays, have documented his offensive rows here tonight, but that's back-to-back big defensive plays by Siemens. He's got himself a block, and now a second kind of steal away. Otot tried to get the defensive foul, couldn't get it on the shot, and now Abilene looks to run. Top of the key, straight on 3 ball from Crump. That's going to roll off. No good defensive rebound. Pulled down by Paxton Vogt. Had to be a strong one from Vogt. Gets it up to Spicer, right wing. Spicer looking for a man, fires up a prayer, off shot, no good. And Marysville goes into the fourth quarter, still trailing 34-27. You've got Bulldog basketball on your radio right here on KNDY.
Turnkey custom home builds with Inline Construction make the home building process as easy as you approving final decisions. From start to finish, let Inline tackle site preparation, foundation, framing, and finish inside and out. Lots are available at Hartley Ridge in North Marysville, or they can build on your site. Call today and get started with Inline Construction.
When looking for a new ride, you know what you want, but don't always want to spend the time looking. Let Crown Over Auto Sales in Marysville find you that perfect ride. Whether it's a car, SUV, family van, side-by-side, or truck, any make or model, Ethan and Andrew can find it. Swing by the office today, East Highway 36 in Marysville, across from Valley Vet.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
trying to protect their home court here are the Marysville Bulldogs, trailing 34-27 going into the fourth quarter action. It's been a close one all game, right around that 5-8 mark. Every time Marysville gets closer than 7, Abilene tends to make a big shot or get a defensive stop that leads to a run out. Bulldogs just haven't found that magic elixir, but we'll see if they get it here in the fourth. Cross court it goes, inside, shot up, fouled. Weston Ruck will go to the line now for 2 free throws. Will Otot will pick up his third personal foul. Team's first here for the quarter as well. Will go to the line. First free throw up and down. Mason Rader and Rhett Wertenberger will come in for Siemens and Paxton Vogt. As Marysville tries to find something offensively. Of course, a lot of new faces on this Marysville roster this year after last year's very successful season. As for Abilene, though, they went 11-11 last year, but they returned 3 starters, and one of them is not playing so far here tonight. That is Cotton Timbrook, second leading scorer for this Cowboys team here this year. But it shows the experience that they got last year is showing on the floor against this Marysville team, that a lot of these players went through their first winter break as a starter on the varsity level here this last week. And talking to head coach Scott Brown a couple weeks ago, he said that was going to be a key for this Marysville team to see how they responded out of break. A 3 by Will Otot, his first one of the game. He had 11 points at half, 7 in that third quarter, all from the free throw line, as he tends to do at least once a game, find a quarter where he just lives at that line. At the other end, though, Wertenberger will call his second personal foul, and just like that, Siemens and Vogt back in, Wertenberger and Rader to the bench. So a 6-point game, 7 minutes left to go here in this one. Marysville still within striking distance as inside Crump will get a nice little up and under layup, though. Ian Crump, a heck of a layup for the junior, his first bucket here tonight. And Coach Gracie wants a timeout for Abilene. We're going to take it with them. Marysville trails 38-30, fourth quarter action.
United Bank and Trust has been fulfilling the banking needs of families and businesses in Northeast Kansas for decades. United Bank and Trust is always advancing and is excited to introduce a new and improved mobile banking app for your smartphone. Simply search UBT Mobile in the App Store and download. It's a mobile-fast world, and so is United Bank and Trust, the bank for your future. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Free CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Fries, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Free CPA, downtown Marysville.
More basketball heading your way this weekend. K-State has a game tomorrow versus new Big 12 foe UCF. That's going to be a 5 p.m. tip-off with coverage starting at 4 right here on FM 94.1 AM 1570, while over on our sister station, FM 95.5. KU Jayhawks will take their second-ranked line up against TCU in Allen Fieldhouse, a 1 p.m. tip with pregame starting at 12:30 again over on our sister station, FM 95.5, as basketball gets fully underway here, not only in the state of Kansas, but throughout the nation after everyone's winter breaks are getting done with. Of course, Marysville 2 games here before the boys tournament kicks off the 16th. Concordia here next Tuesday, and Wamego on the road next Friday. 3-ball on the way that would have brought the house down from Mason Rader. Finally, an offensive rebound is pulled down by Keaton Hargrave. He's going to be fouled by Rhett Wertenberger, and Abilene will keep the possession. Siemens and Vogt back in as they tend to check in for the defensive portion. Out will go Rader and Wertenberger. So just like in that first half, it's been a story of, I don't even want to say it miscues, but probably missed shots by this Marysville offense. They had a lot of wide open looks in that first quarter. Couldn't get anything to fall. They trailed 8-11. Even if they had hit one of those threes, it would have been tied. Probably a different story, as Marysville has hung tight with this Abilene team all game. Cowboys bumped it up to as much as about 12 or 15 there in that third quarter. And every time Marysville gets it down to within 5, Abilene seems to have an answer. Here's a steal by Otot. He's going to push the pace, gets into the lane, flips it up, and where else will he go but that free throw line? Perfect opportunity now for Otot to keep those stats going up, but more importantly, cut into this lead. Personal foul now on Ian Crump. 6'3" junior, just got his first bucket a bit ago, but has been a havoc on the defensive end as Otot calmly knocks down his first free throw. Zach Miller will check back into the contest for the before-mentioned Crump. Otot now at the line. Steps up for his second. That one rattles off. No good. Marysville gets the offensive board. Up with it and down is Connor Lee. A big bucket there for Marysville. Couldn't see who it was underneath there. A lot of bodies flying. But the sophomore off the bench has himself 5 points here tonight and then is going to pick up a foul 35 feet away from the basket. He was guarding Keaton Hargrave. Senior top of the key kind of fell a little bit, outstretched those hands. Ref's going to call it a foul. First personal, though, for Marysville, not in any threat of allowing Abilene to get some points from the free throw line until later on. Three thought about it. Rook, left corner, steps back on it. No good. Offensive rebound fought for by Tyler Holloway. The big junior will pick up a foul, though, as he pushed, I believe that was Spicer in the back. Good job by Blake to box out the bigger player. And now all of a sudden, that's Tyler Holloway's fourth personal foul. The big body, big man for Abilene had the first 6 points of the game, has 10 so far here tonight, but his size has caused problems for Abilene so far, for Marysville, in this one. Siemens and Otot will work against this pressure. Otot gets it across. Wurtenberger, left corner, catches it. Now 25 feet away, and now a foul inside. Weston Rock will get in there. Rock will pick up now his first personal, as all of a sudden, that's going to be the third team foul on Abilene. Misread that a little bit earlier. Marysville's already committed 14 fouls in this quarter, while Abilene's committed 3. Three ball stepped in. Blake Spicer, right wing, and he hit it. Blake Spicer with a big three here in this fourth quarter, pulls it to within 2, and Marysville within striking distance of this Abilene Cowboys team, and finally brings the home side to life. 2-point advantage Cowboys. Three thought about top of the key inside. No, a foul out top will send the Cowboys to the line. Brian Siemens got him before the shot. That will be Zach Miller to the line now. The senior, no points to his name, or a three-pointer to his name in that third quarter. But just like I talked about it before, it seems like whenever Marysville gets right there, Abilene has got that answer. This time it's going to be 2 free throws by Miller as he calmly sinks the first one. Senior steps up to the line. There's the second one. Substitution now for Abilene, as Brax Fisher will check back in. Holloway will take a seat on the bench. Marysville will bring in Connor Lee, has himself 5 points here tonight, and take out Rhett Wurtenberger. So it'll be Lee, Rader, Siemens, Otot, and Spicer out there, your 5 for Marysville. 5:24 left to play here in this contest. Marysville trailing by 4. Otot will break the pressure himself. Spicer, top of the key, will set it up. 5-out offense for Marysville. Pass and screen away. Otot right wing looking to get a foul. Trying to get inside the body. Siemens steps in for a 3. That's going to be long. Blake Spicer pulls down the offensive board. He gets inside, and a charge is going to be called on Blake Spicer. Tough call there on the senior. Didn't get that shoulder very much, but right into the chest of I believe it was Brax Fisher. He went. Will be as good as a turnover on Marysville. Still 5 minutes left. You feel like Marysville needs a stop, though, here, and another score to get within either 2 or 1. It's been all Abilene since the get-go. Cowboys led 11-8 at the end of the first quarter, 22-7 at halftime, and 34-27 at the end of 3. The Marysville has fought back here late. Otot tips it away. He's got a run out, one-on-one, up and no good, but offensive rebound pulled down by Otot. Up and fouled. Will Otot will just not give up when he gets close down to that rim. Took the body on the layup. There was no foul called. I believe that's going to be against Brax Fisher, and that's a big one now for the Cowboys. As the senior leader for Abilene fouls out with 4:38 here to go in this fourth quarter. 10 points now for Fisher, and Coach Scott Brown will want a full timeout to talk about it. When we come back, Will Otot at the line for 2 free throws.
As we wrap up 2023, we want to share some big news from Alliance Insurance and let you know how we will need to navigate through the rest of the year. Long story short, we're moving to a new location. It will eventually be a good move, but the interim will be a little messy, as we will not be in our new permanent location until the middle of April. Although we are not able to reveal our new permanent location at this time, it will be announced in the coming weeks. We need to be out of our current building by December 15th, and the plan now is to move to a temporary location at 715 Center Street. It's across the street from Napa. We will have signage, but we will be next to New China Buffet's back entrance. That is the Center Street entrance. Nothing will change with your policy coverages or the servicing of your policies. We are excited about the move and our eventual new home, so please bear with us as we make the journey to get there. Thank you so much for your patronage and happy holidays from Tammy, Diana, and Jen, Alliance Insurance, 785-562-2393.
Bulldogs still fighting in this one, trailing by 4, but who else but Will Otot at the line to try and cut it to 2. Free throw disparity here in the second half. Marysville is 9 for 11, of course, helped in big part by Otot's 8 free throws here already. On the other end, Abilene is 5 for 6, so shooting it good, but a big storyline just moments ago. Brax Fisher, the 6'1 senior, leading scorer for this Abilene team, fouls out with 10 points here so far tonight. Of course, Abilene is without their second leading scorer, Staunton Timbrook, at 12 points per game. Tyler Holloway has had himself a nice game, though, for 10 in the replacement. Otot sinks both of those free throws. All of a sudden, here we go. 2-point contest. Marysville on the defensive. Taken away by Otot left side. Otot's going to have a run out. Now he's going to pull it against Rook. Up and no good, but free throws again for Will Otot. Wow. Again, some free throws for Otot. Talked about it in the opening. Came into this game, has shot 88 free throws here already on the season. Almost hitting that 100 mark so far here tonight. First one will ring out, though. 75% shooter, will miss some every now and then. But continuing to drive it to the rim has been Otot in this second half. Second free throw up. That one's going to be no good. Uncharacteristic 0 for 2 from Will from the line on that one. Still a 2-point game. This pressure has caused 2 turnovers now by Abilene on their last 2 possessions. Top of the key block will be the call on Blake Spicer. The senior will pick up his 4th. About 30 feet away from the basket as he tried to step in front of Weston Rock. Draw the charge. Rock with 6 points here tonight, already 2 for 2 from the line. We'll send him to the line for 2 more. 5th plus team foul already now for Marysville in this quarter. Abilene will be shooting free throws the rest of the way, and so will the Bulldogs. Rock can't find the mark on the first one, the 6'1 junior. 4 points in that first quarter, a bucket in the third, sinks his second free throw, pushes this lead back up to 8. Still 4 minutes left in this game. It seems like an eternity here in this contest in what has been a slow-moving, kind of sloppy first half especially. and now just a foul-ridden second half. Marysville breaks the pressure. Bryant Siemens, right corner, looking for some help. Finds a man, finds a cutter, second cutter underneath the basket. Wide open was Paxton Vogt, but he can't find the mark. He's going to get his offensive rebound, fights it away, and a jump ball will be the call, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Bryant Siemens caught the ball here, right corner. Willowcott was right in his corner. If you want to talk about the impact that Otot has on this team, 3 Cowboys were following him around the court. That led the wide open underneath, and a good job by Connor Lee to find him. He has had some impressive moments here as a sophomore. Otot will take it baseline, right side Wurtenberger. Around the horn, just right out of the hands of Mason Rader. At the other end, rock up and down. A hot pass from Willowtot in the right corner to the right wing came out of the hands of Mason Rader. Loose ball for the Bulldogs. Rhett Wurtenberger steps into a 3. That's going to be too long. Abilene pulls down the board. Rock comes the other way. Dribbling it away, taken away by Vogt. Otot will push the pace now as Abilene is back defensively, tipped away by Rock. 5-point contest. Blake Spicer back in now. Zach Miller, too, in for Abilene, replaces Rock. Blake Spicer will take a seat for Marysville. Paxton Vogt will take a seat. So it's going to be Wurtenberger, Rader, Spicer, Otot, and Lee out there. Your 5 for Marysville. 3:13 left to play here. 43-38 is our score. Wurtenberger left corner 3. That's going to be short off the rim. No good. Defensive rebound pulled down by Hargrave. And Marysville goes a one and done. Marysville had it to within 2 moments ago. Abilene has led this entire way. Looking to close it out. Holloway left block inside foul, and he will go to the line. The big junior having his way inside. Blake Spicer will pick up his 5th personal foul, so he will end his night with 6 points, fouled out with 2:55 left to go in this game. Tyler Holloway at the line now for 2 free throws. 0 for 2 early on. Thinks that one, though, backs off the line with a little bit more confidence sitting in than that first one. Holloway, the big-bodied junior down low, has caused problems for Marysville here in this one. Marysville does not have the size this year that they did last year to compete inside like they do, but they've been competing very well here in this one. High arcing shot, no good from Holloway again. Otot pulls down the board. Marysville still with life. 44-38 our score. Under 3 minutes left to go in this contest. Stolen away, though, by Funkston. Funkston has a run out. Here goes Miller up and down for Zach Miller, having himself a nice little second half. All 7 of his points coming in this second. Tries to get a steal there. Gets it to Wurtenberger. Right side does Otot. Now baseline turnover. Mason Rader stepped on the baseline. And with 2:28 left, this feels like a much-needed stop for Coach Scott Brown and his team. Jordan Miller, the 5'10 junior, first action now in for Wurtenberger. Also back out onto the floor, Connor Lee for Wurtenberger. And Spicer's been out. And for Rader. Left side, Otot will guard Hargrave tight. Now it brings around into the left corner. Into the hands of Miller as Abilene is content to work clock. Around the horn it goes. Give and go basketball. Bulldogs stretching out their defense. Inside, Miller's going to get a little push. Shot no good. Offensive rebound pulled away and finally taken away, though, by Marysville. Otot looking to push. And we're going to have a block called on Abilene. That will be Kagan Funkston. Picking up the personal foul. That will be his 4th personal foul as Otot pushed the pace. And here goes Will now back to the line. He was 0 for 2 last time out from the free throw stripe. Don't see that very often from the junior. 2 dribbles right hand. Calmly steps into the first one. Keep it tuned after this game, too, as well, twice each hour. The Farm Bureau Insurance Scoreboard Show brought to you by Bryce Leonard of Washington and Patrick Booty of Marysville, bringing you stats and scores from all the area games tonight, as well with the single North Central Kansas League game going on between Clay Center and Chapman. Contest between Wamigos and Cordio's postponed tonight due to weather. Otot goes 1 for 2 from the line, then picks up his 4th personal foul, going for the offensive rebound. That will send Funkston to the line, where the 6'1 sophomore is 0 for 2 from the stripe tonight. Lefty's shot is going to be way off. That one didn't look very good from the get-go. Marysville still now with the opportunity. Second free throw coming here for Funkston. One dribble, left-handed shot. That one's going to be down and pure for the sophomore. His first points here tonight. Abilene will continue to pressure. Otot will get it left corner, looks to break it, gets across the timeline into Vogt, right block up. Had to go up strong, gets blocked though by Holloway. Saves the possession though by Vogt. Otot thought about a three, top of the key, now it's taken away. Run out for Funkston. Funkston against Otot, blocked by Otot, coming from behind, but it will stay Abilene ball. I don't think it's been said enough either, the attention that this Abilene team has given Will Otot so far here tonight. A full timeout by the Cowboys. We're going to take it with them with 1:37 left. Marysville trailing 47-39.
At Reflections, you will find a treasure trove of items and gifts backed by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Shop your Hallmark Gold Crown store for the biggest selection in greeting cards, Christmas ornaments, gift wrap, home decor, and gift ideas for all your celebration and personal needs. In addition, Reflections offers custom framing services and specialized Black Squirrel products, along with your favorite K-State and KU fan gear. Shop Reflections in downtown Marysville today.
There is a difference. Oh, what a difference.
We've helped a lot of families own their own home. We have several options available in mortgage loans. If you're thinking of building or buying a new home, come in and see us. We're an equal housing lender. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
There is a difference.
Marysville trails this one 47-39 with 97 seconds left to go. Abilene has led by as much as 15. Marysville cut it to within 2 midway through the third quarter. And it seemed that every time Marysville got close, Abilene had that answer, whether it be a free throw or a big three. And the Cowboys look to close this one out. Marysville will extend this defense now way out into his own, top of the key. Funkston will set it up, and we're going to foul him, says head coach Scott Brown. That will go against Jordan Miller, the 5'10 junior, getting action here late in this one. To be mentioned, too, have not seen any of Titus Wassam or Garrett Haverkamp in this one. The two seniors have been on the bench in this entire second half. They both got the start as they have all season, but just have not seen any action here. Their warm-ups have been off the entire second half. The coach, Scott Brown, electing not to go with them. Funkston misses the first one. Second free throw from the lefty. That one's going to be pure as he splits the pair like he did moments ago. Pushes this lead back up to 9 for Abilene. Otot will bring it across the timeline now into Siemens. A man that had himself a rough night is Bryant Siemens. No points so far here tonight. Scoreless from the floor. Otot will take that one in. Timeout for Scott Brown. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here as Marysville looks to cut into this one. But talking about the struggles there for a few of these players, if you're just joining us, it's been closer than this 7-point score has said. It's also been a little bit farther apart, too, as well. But Marysville is probably about 2 or 3 open threes in that first quarter from making this one a very competitive ball game. They trailed 11-8 at the end of the first quarter, but had excellent opportunities to score some points, some wide open threes from Spicer, Siemens, and Lawson, too. Just couldn't find the mark. And Abilene turned it on a little bit more in that second half, 22-17. The Cowboys led. They also led 34-27 at the end of third and lead this one here 48-41. Abilene too short-handed this evening, 6-0 on the season, but they are out without possible all-league player Staunton Timbrook, 12 points per game average. Brax Fisher also fouled out early in this fourth quarter, leading scorer for Abilene, already at 22 points per game early on the season. Only had 10 in this one, so Marysville did a good job with him, but it was the size of Tyler Holloway down low. He had the first 3 buckets for Abilene, and they were all point-blank shots just right inside. Easy bunnies for the big junior, and that really set the tone for Abilene here early on, forcing it inside. On the other side, Marysville could not buy a bucket from behind the arc. Siemens will pick up a personal foul at the line. Will be Ian Crump. Misses his first free throw. Now at the line for a second one. Mortenberger back in. Second free throw up and down now by Crump. 3 points down here, all in the fourth quarter for the junior. All starters have scored for Abilene in this one as they look to move to 6-0 on the season, but still an opportunity for Marysville. Seaman gets inside, now kicks it out. Out and around the horn it goes. Mortenberger, right wing, 3 ball on the way. Right side down from Connor Lee, the sophomore, with 2 big threes here in this one. The other end, though, Marysville gets caught napping, and up and down for Keaton Hargrave. There's that answer we talk about. Every time Marysville seemed to get within shouting distance, or at least a reach of this lead, Abilene had an answer. Will Osad cans a 3 right in the eye of Zach Miller. Coach Scott Brown takes his final timeout, and this isn't without some fireworks here late, folks. All of a sudden, it's 51-47, 20 seconds left to go. Marysville will come out and press now, trying to force a turnover. If they don't, I'm sure they will foul right away in this four-point game. Of course, Abilene without their senior leader, Brax Fisher, fouled out midway through this fourth quarter with 10 points, but a balanced attack for these Cowboys here so far in this one, but excellent fight by Marysville. The feeling in this gym was this team was buried going into halftime, but some fight there in the third has given this Bulldogs team at least some life and shown them that even going up against a more experienced squad, a bigger squad, a faster squad, this Bulldogs team has some fight in them this year and can make some noise in North Central Kansas League action and possibly thinking bigger, even state. 51-47, though. Abilene will inbound it underneath Marysville's basket. Quickly, they get it inside. They're going to be fouled right away, and that will send Weston Rock to the line. Rock so far from the line tonight, 3 for 4. A good free throw shooter on the season, 266%. As he toes the line, want to remind you as well, coming up after this contest, twice each hour on game night, Farm Bureau Scoreboard Show, bringing you scores and highlights for not only this game, but every game else around the area. Not many North Central Kansas League actions tonight, but a lot from the TVL. And of course, I'll be back in action for our featured game of the week next Tuesday over at Axel as Hanover makes the trip east to play the Eagles. Missed free throw on the first one, missed free throw on the second one, but getting his own rebound was Weston Rock, and he will go back to the line where he is just 0 for 2, but a heartbreaking offensive rebound there given up by Marysville. With 14.2 seconds left, Rock will toe the line for these 2 free throws. Misses the first one. Vote back into the contest. So 0 for 3 now on this trip. Will he go 0 for 4? He won't. 1 for 4 on the trip there was Weston Rock. Marysville trailing, though, by 5. They'll blitz Otot when he crosses half court. Tries to get into his spot. Looks for a foul. Doesn't get it. Rock pulls down the board into the hands of Hargrave, and we're going to have a foul with 3.2 and it looks like Abilene will sneak out of this one with a victory. And when I mean sneak, I have to say sneak in this one. Marysville came in, of course, 5-1 on the season. This has been their toughest opponent by far. Abilene 6-0, averaging 64 points per game. This Marysville defense held them here to 52. Now we're going to make it 53 with the free throw from Hargraves. Scoring will need to be found, too, as well by Marysville. Of course, they were led by Willow Todd, 11 in that first half. Almost all the points there in the second as Hargrave goes 1 for 2 from the line. Late three from Otot will not go down, and Abilene stays undefeated on this season, defeating Marysville 53-47 in an exciting game back for both of these teams in North Central Kansas League action. Marysville drops to 5-2, 2-2 in league action. Abilene moves on to 7-0, 3-0 in league action with the 53-47 victory. We'll take a timeout, bring you right back here for final wrap-ups from this contest, as well as a preview of other contests going on for KNDY this weekend and next week.
Every driver is different. So is every car insurance policy. At Blue Valley Insurance, we get it. That's why we offer an array of options, from affordable coverage options to extra services and money-saving discounts. We're here to help you build the best car insurance policy for your needs. What's more, the right car insurance coverage can help protect you and your loved ones in the event of a car accident, theft, or other covered loss. See us at Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa Parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation? You know, another year, no raise? Then let State Farm agent John Bannister help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little further. Discounts that could add up to 40% and put a few hundred extra dollars in your pocket. Discounts vary from state to state. See John Bannister, State Farm agent, 1022 Broadway, Marysville.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Kickafer and Bussing, certified public accountants in Marysville and now in Seneca, are qualified and available to assist you with all of your income tax and accounting needs. Stop by and visit Ken Kickafer, Kent Bussing, or their staff of certified public accountants and paraprofessionals. For prompt and friendly service, contact Kickafer and Bussing at their two locations, 1100 Broadway in Marysville at 562-2100 or 508 Main Street in Seneca at 336-2400 to set up an appointment. Kickafer and Bussing, where quality begins.
Marysville boys come up short in their bid to start 2024 undefeated as they fall to Abilene 53-47 on a Friday night here. A very competitive contest, closer than I think at 6 points. The margin begs to differ. Marysville was down and out at halftime. I guess not down and out. They were only down 5 points, but it felt more than that, 22-17. They really got down in that first quarter. They were only down 11-8, but they missed a bunch. A wide open threes, a bunch of little layups too as well. Could have been a lot different first half. Marysville would have hit some shots. Abilene, though, consistent and undefeated for a reason. Down their second best player, and with their leading scorer fouling out in the fourth quarter, these Cowboys found a way to move on to 7-0 on the season while they moved to 3-0 in league play. Rightfully deserved, ranked number 7 in Class 4A. We'll probably see that pop back up come Monday. Taking a look at scoring from this game, first for Abilene, a balanced attack. 4 players in double figures. Grax Fisher, who fouled out midway through the fourth quarter, averaging 22 points a game, finished with 10 points. Keaton Hargrave, 10 points, 7 of those in the second half. Weston Rock, 10 points, 6 of those in the second half. And Tyler Holloway, the big man inside, 6'4" junior, had 11 points, but he started this game off with 3 straight buckets from point-blank range, and Marysville could not deal with his size here tonight. 7 points, too, for Zach Miller off the bench, 2 points for Tegan Funkston, and 3 points for Ian Crump as all starters scored for Abilene. As for Marysville, they're going to need to find some offense. They were led by who else but Will O'Tott. He was 9 for 11 in that third quarter from the free throw line, had 12 points in the fourth quarter, 2 big threes that pulled it close, but it wasn't enough as Abilene gave every bit of their attention to O'Tott here in this one, and it showed. Marysville could not make Abilene pay with those missed threes, and the defense, too, for Abilene paid a big portion of it. Back to Marysville scoring. O'Tott finishes with 30 points, 8 points for Connor Lee off the bench, who had a nice 3 in the first quarter and 1 in the fourth quarter, too, as well. 6 points for Blake Spicer and 3 points for Jordan Miller as the 3 other starters, Titus Watson, Bryant Siemens, and Garrett Haverkamp, can not get it going, for the Bulldogs. Even Watson and Haverkamp did not play a minute in the second half, had their warm-ups off, but didn't play a minute, while Bryant Siemens had himself a very rough night. 0 for probably 7 or plus from the floor in this one. A few turnovers, too, as well. Did have some big blocks towards the end that helped Marysville get close, but the Bulldogs fall to 5-2 on the season and 2-2 in league action. As for the girls' game earlier tonight, if you're just catching us, Lady Bulldogs do get the victory, 47-29 over Abilene. They were led by Lindsey Dressman with 12 and Bella Rader with 11. The girls move on to 4-3 on the season, 2-2 in league play, while Abilene drops to 0-7 and 0-3 in league play. Elsewhere around the North Central Kansas League action tonight, Clay Center played Chapman. Clay Center girls won 50-44. Don't have a boys score yet. And Wamego and Concordia was postponed. As for the Bulldogs, up next for them, a home visit next Tuesday versus Concordia. Of course, that was the boys' first loss of the season, a 54-52 overtime loss back on December 12th. Girls looking for revenge, too, as well, as the Bulldogs fell 53-52 in that girls' game. So matchup with Concordia on Tuesday, and then Wamego on Friday on the road before the boys' tournament gets kicked off the 16th through the 18th. Girls basketball will play the 19th, and then their tournament will kick off the 23rd as it is in full swing here in the state of Kansas. Of course, this weekend, too, as well, catch some KU and K-State basketball. Right here, K-State will start at 4 p.m. Their tip is at 5, so coverage starts at 4 versus UCF all over on our sister station, FM 95.5. The KU Jayhawks have a 1 p.m. tip, so that means coverage kicks off at 12:30 on that one. Of course, next week, too, as well, we're back to our featured game of the week. I'll be on that call over in Axtell as Hanover makes the trip over to visit the Eagles of Axtell over on 95.5. Broadcast will start about 6 o'clock on that one if you're looking for some area games. Of course, tonight, too, as well. Keep it tuned after this one. We're going to have our Farm Bureau scoreboard show brought to you by Patrick Moody of Marysville and Bryce Leonard of Washington, live twice each hour on game nights to wrap up scores from around the area. Again, signing off here on a Friday night from Marysville. Lady Bulldogs win 47-29, move on to 4-3 on the season, 2-2 in league play, while the boys lose a tough one, 53-47. They fall to 5-2 on the season and 2-2 in league play. Next contest for the Bulldogs next Tuesday versus Concordia. Bruce Deerking will have that call for you. as we'll be back in our regular spots. But for tonight, this has been Max Blasky. I thank you all for tuning in this evening. Thank you for inviting me in. Everyone drive home safe if you're driving. If not, we will see you next Tuesday for Hanover versus Axtell.
At your service 24/7, on air, online, and on our mobile app. News, weather, sports, and more. Yours from KNDY.